What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you watching the video. I do want to go ahead and throw this out there. YouTube has been pretty critical of firearm content lately. I am not breaking any of YouTube rules in this video. I'm not promoting any company. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just talking about a pistol that is very special to me that I had some special work done to. Nothing modifying it, just some engraving. I want to talk about that. That was engraving from my dog passing and my dad passing away. So for the manual YouTuber viewer, because I know I'll need this, I'm not breaking any of your rules. Please follow your guidelines as well when, manual reviewing my video. I think some of you all just say it's a firearm content and just go ahead and demonetize it, but I'm following all your rules. Please do so as well. All right, let's get on with the video. All right, guys, I want to talk about something very special to me. I'm talking about a Wilson Combat SFX9. This is the subcompact. I bought this in commemorating my dad and my dog. A lot of you know my dad passed away in December and my dog passed away in February. Very close together. Those two deaths hit me very hard. My dog was just as much a member of my family as any other member of my family is. And he was on the channel quite a bit. You all have seen Buddy several times, and he just got old. And 17 and a half years later, he went to meet the Lord. So him and Dad are together right now. Hopefully they're playing. But I want to show y'all this. Now, I did pay for this. I found this pistol used at a local gun store. I think there's a little bit of a glare on this. Let me turn it. I found this at a local gun store. It was used, but it looked brand spanking new. And I sent this back to Wilson Combat to have them do some engraving on it for me. And I want to show you that right now. Right here, you can see my dad's name with his years of life. I think there's still some glare on this. If I take it on this side, you can see my dog's name with a little paw print and the years of his life. Now, Wilson Combat did an amazing job on this. It looks perfect, exactly the way I wanted it. I sent that back to them, and they actually took a scrap slide. And I do want to say I've worked with Wilson Combat in the past. They are great people to work with. And I don't know if they would do this for everyone, but they found a scrap slide. They actually engraved this like I wanted it, sent me pictures of it to make sure it was exactly what I wanted. And then I sent my slide in. They engraved it and refinished it and sent it back to me. And it looks perfect. The gun had no wear on it to begin with. But the slide perfectly matches the frame. The frame is untouched, and it's perfect. I can't remember exactly what this cost to do this, but that was the only work they did, was engrave that and refinish it. And this is something I can now pass down to my children or their children or whoever. But this is something that is very special to me, and it's something I will never get rid of. And the reason I did a Wilson Combat, a lot of you all are like, why in the world would you do that to a Wilson? Because a Wilson is a special gun to a lot of people. It's a very high-end pistol, and I wanted something that was real high-end that I knew I would never get rid of. If I did it to a Glock, Glocks are a dime a dozen, and they don't really mean anything, but something like this, you just don't run across them every day. And I knew it would be something that would be an heirloom that I could pass down. But as you can see, this is the subcompact version. It is small, and as one reason I went with that, because you can see right here the way the slide cuts in. This is stock. They did not mill that. It gives you a big flat spot right here to actually do the milling on. And as soon as I seen that, I was like, that's what I'm going to go with. Now, there is one thing I wish I would have done. You can get these with a light rail on them. I wish I would have got the light rail version, but they didn't have the light rail version. This one was used, like I said. I basically saved enough money on the pistol to actually pay for the milling. I may still be a little under the price, a couple $100 under the price of a new one. But that's what I went with. If I would have got the one with the light rail, I would have probably had it optics cut and put a night sight on the rear. It actually has night sights on it, to tell you the truth about it. But I would have probably went like a dovetail, a smaller one, so I could have still kept my rear sight like my EDCX9 is. But I do want to show you this before we get started. I have put probably 500 or 600 rounds through this pistol already, because I did carry this to the beach before I had it engraved as a carry pistol a few months back. And it ran flawlessly. I want to go ahead and say that. We're going to put several rounds through it again today, but it ran flawlessly. This isn't something that I'll probably carry a lot, but I got it small enough that if I wanted something like this on me, I could do that. It is small enough to carry. So I went with something like that, and I have carried it. I do prefer lights on my carry pistols, so I probably won't carry this a lot. This is more, like I said, just an heirloom item. They do have 10-round magazines. These are flush fit. You can see with the flush fit, your pinky does hang off the bottom. They also have 10-round magazines with extensions. So you have that little pinky extension. You can get a full grip on it with a pinky extension. And then if you live in free states, you can get 15-round magazines, and I want to show you how good that looks. I mean, it just fits flawlessly up in there, and you can definitely get a full grip on that. And actually, this is the way I would prefer to actually shoot this pistol, because this feels best in my hand. If I couldn't do that, if I lived in a state where I could not have 15-round magazines, I would definitely get the pinky extension. And this is actually the way that I carried the pistol when I did carry it the few times I did, because it's long enough that it's not really going to print, or short enough that it's not really going to print, but long enough that you can still get a full grip on the gun. Now, this is a single action only, and what's one thing? Listen to this. That's one thing about Wilson Combats. They are buttery smooth. I've had one or two. I do have an EDCX9 now, and they're all this way. Every one I've ever picked up is just butter. Now, I do want to say this about this one, and it may be because it's a subcompact and it's you know, more directed towards concealed carry. The trigger is not great. There is no grip safety. It's not as good as my EDCX9. You pull it up right there, you can see there's a little bit of take up, but not much. And when you hit that wall, that part is pretty nice. Now, the reset's what I'm talking about. Going, and there it is. It's a little bit longer than I would like, and the reset is actually a little bit gritty. Not horrible gritty, but it's a little sticky. It doesn't bother me because, like I said, this isn't something I'm gonna carry a lot, and it's very nitpicky, like I said, because it's still better than any polymer gun you're going to pick up. But for the cost of this pistol and comparing it to my EDCX9, this one just isn't up to the same standards as that gun is. But yet again, that's not what I bought this for. This gun probably means more to me than any pistol that I actually own. But we've talked about it enough. I know y'all want to see me shoot it. So let's get this thing out here, put a few rounds through it. I'm going to shoot the magazine that's just flush fit. I'll let you know about the recoil on that and let you know how that feels. We'll go to the extended 10-rounder, like the extended base plate, so we can get a full grip on it. And then we'll go to the, I've got a couple of 15-rounders actually that we're going to go to. And the 15-rounders I ordered and they were brand new, and they load so easy. You think Glock magazines load easy? That's right up there with those. I mean, there was no issue loading them at all. But again, we'll put a few rounds through this. We'll see what we think about the recoil on it. All right, guys, first up, just a flush fit 10-rounder, which is not the way I would carry it. Let's see what we got. All right, guys, I'm not exactly sure what happened right there. I thought we was on the last round and the slide didn't lock back. I'd have to go back and watch the video. I've never had a malfunction out of this, but I don't know if the slide just didn't cycle. This is a 124 grain Blazer brass. I don't know if it was that last round was just a little weak. Let me make sure there's not a squib in the barrel. I don't know how I'm gonna look at this. No, I can see daylight through it. So there's no squib in the barrel, so I don't know exactly what happened right there, but let's switch over to the extended base plate. You can see there was a little bit of recoil right there. It wasn't nothing that I couldn't handle. I mean, it isn't crazy. This gun has a little bit of weight to it because it is an all metal frame gun. One thing I do want to point out is it is got ambidextrous safeties on it. Some of them don't. That's one way I want to point this out. If you're going to order one, you're a lefty, make sure it has the ambidextrous safety. There again, recoil wasn't bad. I do want to say the first time I shot this, my hands were a little sweaty, and with this grip, it's all aluminum. I mean, you get a lot of grip on it, but it did move around in my hands just a little bit because it got a little slick. That's one thing to note. But let me get the extended 10 rounder and see how it runs. All right, guys, extended 10 rounder. You can see how that sticks out right there. I can get a full grip now. See what we got. Okay, those all worked. I don't know what happened with that last one. I have no clue. Like I said, maybe it was just a lighter charged round. I have had Blazer brass one time in the past in 45 ACP that was like almost double loaded. My slide was locking back on that particular pistol years ago without the slide stop coming up. That was before I was doing YouTube, and my buddy did a lot of reloading. He actually broke those rounds down, and a couple of them, few of them, several of them were actually double charged. It's a wonder the gun did not blow up in my hand, but as soon as that happened like a couple times, the first time I was like, something ain't right. The second time I was like, something really ain't right, and I quit shooting it. Didn't damage that pistol. That is something to note. Sometimes stuff happens to factory ammo. It's just the way it is. These bigger companies that don't most of the time, and I'm not saying that's what happened right there. I've not watched the video yet. It could have been something I did. But I'm just noting something that happened in the past. I'm just guessing at this point. But the recoil on that was way easier to control because you have that extended pinky base plate on there, and it just gives you more to hold on to. Now, let's jump into the 15 rounders. All right, guys, 15 rounder. Again, the way I would probably prefer to actually shoot this gun if I was taking to the range, because you can get a full grip plus a little bit sticking out. And you just don't have to reload as much, which is always nice. All right, guys, again, that's the way I would prefer to shoot this. You can see right there, you can get a very high grip on this gun. This actually sticks out just a little bit from the bottom of my hand. So it makes for a much more comfortable shooting platform, in my opinion. Now, there is something right there I did, and I don't think I did that on the other one because I actually let go of the trigger and hit it again. But that's something I noticed about this one. And when I say the trigger isn't as good as like my other Wilson Combat I have, or the other ones I've shot, the reset is long on this. And you noticed right there, I actually went forward and pulled back, anticipating that reset to be a little shorter than it actually is, and it didn't fire. I had to let it out further, hit it again, and then it fired. This trigger isn't bad, it's just the reset is longer than I would actually like it to be. That's nothing wrong with the gun. If I was going to carry this every day, I would shoot this a lot to get used to that reset. My staccato reset is a lot shorter. My CS, that's what I carry every day now, is a CS. But it's a whole lot shorter than this. Both of them are equally as fun to shoot though. Again, I didn't want to make this just a long video about just shooting and shooting and shooting. I more or less just wanted to show you the work that Wilson Combat did right there, because that's amazing. That means so much to me that they did that, and I think they could tell how much it meant to me in my voice and how I wanted it done, and they did an excellent job. They got it back to me very quickly. It was a quick turnaround, just like a couple weeks or something like that. I had this slide back and had it back on the pistol. It's just, I just can't express to you guys or explain to you guys how much this pistol actually means to me. It sits in the safe most of the time, but when I'm feeling a little bit, sentimental or missing my dad or my dog, sometimes I get this out and look at it or take it and shoot it or something, and makes me feel just a little bit better. I don't know why. Maybe that's crazy, but it makes me feel just a little bit better. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Again, it means a lot to me. It means a lot that you guys watch the video. Please hit the like button, share the video. YouTube hates me right now for the content that I'm putting out, and you can see from some of the views on the videos especially ones that gets demonetized. They get no views at all. I throw up a staccato video. I'm not like Demolition Ranch, big channel, but I throw up a staccato video. You know, it was monetized and it got, you know, 4,000 views or something like that. And I threw up a Terran Tactical TTI video. It was not monetized and it got like 400 views. So if y'all could please like, leave a comment or something like that, it means a lot. And again, I want to thank Wilson Combat for making me this special heirloom gun, and it will be passed down for many generations. Even if, you know, family members don't like firearms, maybe just what the gun means will make this stay in the family for a long, long time. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.